What happens when someone has a diamond kit, by the way, or an every oil kit, or an oil sharing kit? What happens? They start sharing oils, right? What happens when you offer a promotion and say, hey, if you buy $500 in oils this month, I'll give you 250. What happens? They get more oils. Then they get excited. Then they start to share the oils, right? That's what you want. You want oils flow downhill. So you want those oils in those lines that need to grow. And it's kind of like the what do you call it? The if you're growing a tree or whatever, right? The fertilizer, right? It helps to bring life to those teams. Because people do. When they have extra oils, they start to share them. Or, more importantly, they start to use them more. What happens when someone starts to use oils more? Anybody, a builder or anybody. Their testimony grows of the oils, right? Because the more you use the oils, the more you personally learn about how they benefit you. I love to carry, I don't have it with me today, but I love to carry a roll-on of past tense. It's just awesome, especially when I'm traveling. I get on the plane, put it on. I get in line at the cattle line, to go through the TSA. I put it on. I love that stuff. Okay, so sometimes when you go to teach your class, you'll watch Callie. Probably not me as much, but you watch Callie and you'll be like, this is amazing. She's so good. And this is what you're shooting for, right? We saw this on Pinterest and we looked through it a couple times. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's called Nailed It. Have you guys seen it? Okay, yeah, so you know what's coming. But, you see this stuff on that people have done and you go, gosh, that's awesome. I'm going to try it, right? This is your class, right? I'm going to try it. So here's the rubber ducky cupcakes. Nailed it. Nailed it. Okay. So this might be your class, even though you're really trying to make it good or whatever, and you end up with a few cupcakes. Okay, here's another one. Here's your expectations, some cute little bunny rabbits, right? Then, nailed it. I love this. You're like, bunny rabbits? No. Little devil cakes? Yeah. Yeah, go home and look up, because the whole thing, I'm serious. I watched it 3 times and was just crying each time. Just so funny. The minion, everybody wants to make a perfect minion. Nailed it. It's exactly what the minion looks like. So you guys have been great. I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to come here and share a few tips with you. I want to open it up for any questions, and then we'll close. I know somebody here has a question about presenting. Like, how do I, or why would you?
It's not necessarily presenting, but if
Okay.
you sell a diamond kit and they have everything, how do you convince them of the LRP? Like, I have everything.
If they're doing the business, first of all, my personal opinion is if you're doing the business, that LRP is given. Diamond kit, every show, it's 5 diamond kits. It doesn't matter. You're going to be on LRP, yes?
I just sold a every oils kit to a gal in California. I don't even know her, but the Serenity works for her. So she's like, I need them all. And I went off on the emotional thing. I'm like, yeah, you do need them all. So she got that. Well, then she gets the $200 if she has an LRP. And I just checked yesterday, and it's been about 6 months, and she still runs her LRP. So when they really start using the oils, they want that. And then you can ask them, have them venture out. If they're going to use the shakes, they're going to need more shakes. So it really, you just focus on, this is a lifestyle change. This is a natural way to have wellness and healing on your home on all levels. And you're going to run out of oils. You're going to fall in love with them, so you'll be sharing. You need that LRP. And the value is so there. With $50 LRP, you're going to be earning the oils for free for your kids.
Here's a huge tip for keeping the LRP going, especially when you buy a diamond kit. Because you're getting grandfathered into 25%,
Yes.
and you do not want to lose that 25%. You're going to go back to 10. So it's 15% product credits that you're going to miss out on right off the bat by not running that LRP. And you also won't keep those product points, I don't believe, if you just let your LRP.
They
right?
also will be
Right.
that $50, it's cleaning supplies, bam, tonight. It's, all your medical stuff, it's money you spend anyway, but now you get to spend it with natural solutions.
Not everybody's going to want a diamond kit, but I really suggest it, strongly suggest it for builders. And then that LRP is an automatic. If you're a builder, you're on an LRP. And what's the required minimum for a builder? 100, right?
Get paid, so it's 50 to get free points,
50 to get free points,
100 to get
and to
paid,
keep 100 to get paid.
before the 15th.
125 before the 15th to get the product of the month, and then I add 150 to build a perfect structure for your power of 3, right? Because you need that 600 between the 4 people, yourself and the front 3. And what you do duplicates. So I tell them a minimum as a builder, a minimum of 150, and make sure that everybody that you bring on board that's building is doing the same. Do it before the 15th of the month because it's going to help you judge your OV through the month to see what you're short to rank advance. And then finally, the 150 because you're building that power of 3. It's so important to build that power of 3. The power of 3 is amazing, and it's probably underutilized as a real tool to build your business in doTERRA. So any other questions? That's it? You guys are so easy and so fun. Yeah, one question, quick.
Would you recommend sharing your why at the beginning of a class or at the end of a class?
Both. You don't have to share it at the end. I would definitely share it in the beginning because you want to set the tone and you want to help people connect to you and you want to also share that intention. And so the more that people, I think, know about you personally, why you're invested in doing this and what's so important to you, the easier it is going to be for them to connect with you through the rest of the class. Does that help?
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah.
When I share my why, I share part of it at the beginning, like the big piece of it. Mine is creating healing space. And at the
love
end
it.
of the class, I share how I've created healing space in our lives. And so I connect that back to my why, and you kind of bookend it in your class.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I think it's powerful to share a little bit more about your why, or you've got to sum it up somehow, right? What's so important to you? So yeah, sharing it at the end could be powerful as well.
So how did you first get a belief in the product?
How did I first get a belief in the product? My first experience with doTERRA essential oils was with my son, who was struggling with a health concern. And we used the oils to help support him and with what he was, to support his body. And it helped to, support those functions of the body that he was needing support in, and ultimately gave us a huge testimony of the oils. For myself, I was struggling with some sinus problems, and I took peppermint and just dropped it straight into my nose. I leaned my head back like this, and I was like, and wow. Talk about powerful. It didn't, I thought it would do more, to be honest. I mean, it did a lot. Don't get me wrong. But what I was trying to help, it didn't do as much as I thought it would. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to crank it up a bit. And I grabbed the bottle of oregano. And I totally did. I put a drop in each nostril of oregano. So, yeah, I probably win the prize. Hey, but if I could tell you the real story, which I probably can't here, it totally worked. I suggest if you want to use it like that I learned after that what you do is you get a neti pot and you mix 1 drop or a half a drop, if you can figure out how to do that with diluting it, into or better yet, Melaleuca, because it's much more mild, into your neti pot solution with the salt, the saline solution, and the warm water, and mix that up really well, and do it, the neti pot style, and flush your sinus with it. It's amazing. So highly recommended. Yeah, lots of success with that one. I would recommend the Melaleuca. Don't do the oregano, actually, now that I think about it. But I'll be honest, I enjoyed it. Some of the owners tell the story and they act like it was a bad thing. I love hot food, so I'm really Mexican inside. But
So if it was burning really bad and you couldn't bear it, you could get your coconut oil
definitely,
there and that would really solve it.
definitely. Use coconut oil or vegetable oil or olive oil, any kind of oil, really, of motor oil, whatever. You could use any kind of oil that's safe for your body to dilute and to pull those oils from sensitive areas of the body. So yeah, you guys are great. Come on, you guys have other questions, right? This is actually my favorite part. Question. Okay.
On the oil,
Yeah.
a 2-year-old that she thinks that she can get into the oils at any time.
Okay.
I've taught her that she can't have the green ones because I don't want her to have oregano.
Right.
So the green ones she can't play with, but she gets peppermint on her fingers.
Yeah.
And rubs her eyes.
Right.
So we just have open bottles of fractionate coconut oil, and I just squirt it on her hands and then let her continue to rub her eyes.
I love it.
So she just rubs it into her face.
And you know what? They learn, right? They learn we're not to touch. I have a 2-year-old as well, and he loves to get into oils. Hey, if you wrote down a suggestion for me, by the way, would you leave it somewhere, maybe on the back on the way out? Like of what oil if you're taking off, what oil the music reminded you of? I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you for letting me be a part tonight. And I wish you the best success as you go out and empower other people with essential oils, build your business, partner with powerful people, and have an amazing life. Thank you.
Feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. And you let her go. Oh, oh, oh. And you let her go. Oh, oh, oh. Will you let her go? Cause you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. Cause you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. And you let her go.